Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs in the month of November 2019. We're going to connect with Spirit and see what sort of themes, what you can be expecting to see over the course of November. We'll be clarifying that information and getting a bit more depth with the Prism of Visions Tarot, and then we'll pull some oracle cards for outcomes. So let's get into this. Let's just tune into the energy. I don't know if you've got Taurians around you here, but I'm getting a bull. So someone's not happy. There is a general collective energy here with you guys, I feel, that is just not happy. Someone is... Maybe you feel like... Let me just take this in a bit. I feel like maybe there's a bit of overwhelm from your side. Fuming. Frustration. Annoyance. Wants to cut through the rubbish, doesn't have time for it. There's a very general frustrated energy going on here, and it's like you guys are wanting to forge ahead, but I feel like maybe we need to stop a minute and dig a bit here within our own emotions. I say us. I'm a Sagittarius ascendant. Let me just see what else we're getting here. Yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a sign here to perhaps recalibrate, and it's like there's a mirroring going on. What are you kind of drawing in towards your reality that is needing to be healed, and because you brought this in, it's supposed to act as a mirror in order for you to understand and gain awareness based on what wounded energy you had previously to the situation coming in. Someone is really annoyed though, and I feel like it's all of you in some way. Yeah, it's like there's a feeling of being crossed, or a boundary being attempted to be broken, or and they're just saying from someone who should have known better. So maybe you put your energy into someone, and there's a bit of an energy of disappointment here. But let's have a look at with the cards. They're not ready yet. Getting told off already. Look within. Everything you need to know, and I know that's the biggest cop out sort of to say, but it really isn't the case. It really is true. What are you lacking within yourself that you are trying to gain externally? Because what's going on, I feel, is you are attracting wounded individuals, potentially with situations that don't really serve your highest and best good. And instead of you looking within and sort of taking heed of that and healing, doing your own healing, you're looking for that externally, and it's not being delivered. Because how could it? Because if you're not whole, and you're attracting other individuals or situations that are also not for your highest good, then of course there's always going to be a tower moment. Let me just hear what else they're saying here. Deliver yourself to you. It's like, instead of expecting someone to offer you something or give you something, or make you feel better, or to prop you up emotionally, give it back to you. Okay, there's a lot of energy that maybe you sunk into this situation that I feel that probably you're annoyed because you're not getting it back. You're not gonna, because the energy was never meant to go. Well, it kind of was meant to go there, but it's meant to be drawn back to you, and that's going to be different for everyone. Some of you it should have gone because there was potential with this situation, and others of you it's a lesson that you need to learn. This is all about understanding lessons here. Are you ready for the cards? They're saying no. And again, it could be that you're wanting to forge ahead. You don't want to listen to this. You don't care. In your heart, you think in your heart this situation is going to change. Or they're saying, wait, listen, hear it out. Okay, which is why every time I go to the cards, again, I'm channeling. What I do with every reading is I will sit and I will meditate to either do a Sagittarius meditation, but I'll sit and absorb all the energy. And I'll observe what's going on, because I want to make sure that everything I'm delivering is as accurate as possible for everyone, okay? And even now when I want to grab the cards, it's like I want to get going, and they're saying no. And there's a reason for that. It's because, again, the message is meant for you guys, for me as well. Hold your space very dear. Do not let anyone come into your space that you already know is not going to come close to anything that you need. Okay, don't even go there, because you're going to be left having extended yourself. And then, I mean, look, it's not about this is about balance. If you know in your heart this situation is not going to bring you anything, don't then feel guilt and go, oh okay, I'll do it anyway. Don't. It's not your issue. The problem here is, or the situation to be looked at, the reality is the healing that is needing to come from within you that someone else is not going to be able to offer you. Okay, I've just pre-shuffled the deck, and the Eight of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So let's see what other and the Ace of Swords is coming. I've just cut the deck. So it could be that you're really finding out the truth this month, and they're saying they're ready now. Hold up. What have you forgotten? What have you forgotten? So, okay, so what they're saying is sometimes it's like they're being cruel to be kind, essentially. It's like if you're on hold, or you're on pause with the situation, or you're in limbo with the situation, or you're not, you don't extend this just for the sake of it, because it probably will be a false start. Now, I can't say that for everyone, because maybe one or two of you it won't be, and you've done the work. But they're saying, no, for the majority of you, it's going to be a false start, and you're going to get disappointed. So there is hope from this. There is something to be gained from this. The thing to be gained is for you to come back to you. You're coming back to yourself. And not only are you coming back to yourself totally fulfilled because you've done the work, but you're then attracting 1000% as much abundance as you need, because your energy levels have totally changed. They've shifted out of that wounded energy. They're telling me off now, because they can see I've got my hands on the card. They're telling me off for saying, Jale, you should know much better than this. I'm in trouble again. I'm listening. Sorry, they're trying to speak to me. I'm listening. Be very careful of your boundaries. Be very careful of your boundaries. Don't allow anyone to dictate to you your own boundaries. And I don't know why I need to say that, but someone really needs to hear that message. If someone is talking you around, sweet talking you into something that you are not comfortable with, don't do it. Because it's you honouring yourself, and you should have the confidence to sort of carry that through, because you owe it and you honour yourself in a very clear way. If they cannot understand that, my guide's getting hardcore now. If they cannot understand that, that is entirely their own issue. You do not need to be apologetic. Goodness me, we're guys, I'm going to tell you now, I feel like this is going to be a theme here. They're laughing. It is a theme. It's more than a theme. You must make sure that you are stating your truth and speaking your truth, but equally understanding your own truth and seeing it. What illusions are you wanting to see, okay, that aren't actually there? Or what is it that is... Because this is the other thing. Do I get into this now, or do you want me to pull cards? Get into this now. The other thing they're saying is this an ego thing? Are you holding on to this because you're in competition, and that's all you care about is the competition element, all right? Because actually that's an ego thing. Because what it doesn't do is it doesn't give you something at the end of it. It's just done for your own control, okay, and fear. You must let go of that, because you're going to be fighting yourself, and that's not what they want. They want you guys to close out a cycle, a major lesson, a major pattern, in order to go into the good stuff. That's what they're calling the good stuff. They want you to transition out of this, and they're saying there's a really good chance that you can close this out this month, okay, but you must listen to your heart, okay? Now, again, they're saying one or two of you could have closed that off. One or two of you could have really shut down. Whatever you do, if you're hurt, if you're feeling anguish, do not close your heart down. Easier said than done. Everything is from the heart. Essentially, you manifest from the heart. You gain your truth. You gain perspective from the heart. Everything starts from here. If there's a block here, how can you possibly work through these emotions? How can you possibly see the truth? How can you possibly move on to your next stage? Unless you're doing the work. This is not about maneuvering round and taking shortcuts. This is going through it, working through this, then releasing, okay? Only once you've worked through it, not just ignoring it, pushing it down, pretending it's not there. We have to be realistic, okay? I know this energy is very forward thinking and visionary and kind of, we want to get here, but sometimes we have to pull back into the now, the present moment, because it is the most relevant information and valid information that we're being given for a very, very good reason. You want me to pull the cards? All right. Are you sure? I'm scared to touch these cards. You can go ahead. Why do I feel like this is a trick? I feel like it's a trick now. I'm being told off. Go ahead. Okay. I feel like my granddad's talking to me. Is that you, Granddad? I feel like that was Granddad then. It's Granddad. Okay, no wonder I feel like. Okay, so right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and all Venus signs for the month of November, please, 2019. Seeing a lot of cards that's going to back up potentially what the theme is. But Spirit, what can you tell us here about what Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and all Venus signs need to be aware of? What's coming in around them? What's the most significant themes and or messages that will be coming in for the month of November, please, for the general collective? Thank you so much. They're saying they're ready. Okay, so am I. Do you want me to take that one? Leave it, okay? I feel like this is going to be another message now. What you watch? They're gonna half come out and they're gonna say leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Yeah, see. Let me do it a bit higher so you can see what I'm doing. Oh no, one's coming out. The moon is being shone into the reflection in between these wooded trees, okay? And it's giving us a very polarized vision of what is, okay? There's actually a snake in this picture that's crawling in the undergrowth. We are starting to see certain images, certain light in between these trees. We've got a kind of hint as to what could be here, sort of in amongst the light and the shadows. But there's an unknown to this, okay? So this could be, you're in this energy at the moment, and there's certain lights being shone on things, but you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not seeing the whole picture in its entirety. This card is telling you guys to tread with caution, okay? Tread with caution, because I don't know if you can see in this card, but if you look really closely right at the center, there's a snake in the undergrowth here, okay? And there's also leaves that have dropped that you can't quite make out if there's something underneath them, what exactly the reality is, okay? And as you can see, it's a bit kind of disorientating, this whole picture, because the ground looks like the sky looks like the ground, and there's sort of objects that you can't really make out. This is your situation, and if you're not into that, then brilliant, because it means you've probably worked through it already, okay? But if you are coming into this, this is in order to close it off, okay? This could be codependency, this could be attachment, this could be low vibrational energy addictions, this could be a person that is a bit, you don't need that, you know, it could be any situation that is not for your highest and greatest good, okay? Temptation. You could be having a little carrot being dangled over you towards something that looks like a potentially great deal. This also could be something sexual. You could maybe be offered something in that respect that is not at all good. I'm not saying that. I was going to say something then. I'll give you a clue. It starts with D and ends in K. Devil. They're all laughing. Yeah. Don't do it. Because we've also got the Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So again, the Four of Pentacles is showing here someone holding on very tightly to something. Okay. It's like he can't even hold on to the last pentacle. He's balancing it on his head. So that this is probably a very arduous situation that is requiring strength from you, but you're desperately trying to hold on to something. But the whole situation in itself is a Hanged Man. It's a total stalemate situation. Okay. Now in this card, I can't even see this guy's head. He's actually sinking into the ocean. So it feels here that this is a potentially very harrowing emotional situation that you are 1000% holding on to, okay? But is it the right decision? What is the devil element in this? What is the low vibrational element in amongst all of this, okay? Is it a job opportunity that there's something not quite right about it? Is it a human, a person, a man, a woman that just doesn't quite have the right intentions that you have? Is it a contract, a financial contract? Are you maybe taking finance out on something and there just isn't something that's going to serve you? You need to identify in this time what that is, okay? Because someone is holding on, or all of you, or some of you, a group of you, is holding on to something here, which is a stalemate situation, which is not serving your greatest good, okay? They're saying, oh my goodness, this is going to get hardcore, I feel. They're saying, get out. Get out. And I feel, if your family haven't been saying this, I'm getting a woman's energy here. It could even be your ancestors that are trying to come through here, that are like, we can see all this, we can see everything. And I feel like you could have even been saying to your friends, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. It is, okay? Because I feel like your guides and ancestors, and probably a few people here on the earth plane are viewing this, and they can see this. There's something they don't like about it as well. And it's like it's very stubborn energy. It's a bit of prideful energy here, okay? Now, can you see on that tree next to the person that's holding on to the Four of Pentacles, they can't even see that there's a fruit, an abundance, a fruitful energy next to them in that tree, because all they're doing is they're focusing on the pentacles. They're ignoring what else could potentially be coming in at the expense of themselves, okay? Now, what you've got to understand is there's a reason for this, because essentially it's a little bit self-sabotage energy. What is it that's in you that needs to be healed, that you don't want to look at because you're trying to seek this outside of yourself and all the wrong opportunities are coming to you? Something in you, and they're talking about abandonment here, something in you needs to be healed, all right? Something in you needs to be healed, because otherwise, like attracts like. Now, I'm not to say you're a devil or any horrible low vibrational energy like that. And again, I'm trying not to be too harsh with the words I'm using, but they are not happy. There's a few ancestors and guides here that are, and I feel like some of your guides are screaming in my ear at the moment. So guys, we've got to connect within here and listen. They're saying you're not listening. You're not listening. Okay, let's just calm down. They're saying, no, we're not calming down. They're not listening. And I'm like, okay, yeah, shooting the messenger, but okay. They're saying this must be taken very seriously. The reason they're saying this is because there could be children involved. There could be, it's like you're so close to that abundance. You're so close. Don't give it up at the last minute, because you're holding on to a security element that is not even security. It's an illusion. They're going, okay, let me just hear what they're saying now. You know what, someone knows this as well. Can I pick more cards, or am I going to get shouted at? You can pick more cards. I'm scared to put these cards now. Right, let's see. Let's try and get something a bit more. I know we need to get these messages out, but can we get some positive stuff after this, please? They're saying as and when. Oh, guys, please let us. Okay. Right. Let me just pull another card here. What is that? Eight of Wands. I've just pulled the Eight of Wands. Let me just see what this is. What is the Eight of Wands here? Someone's waiting for communication. You're probably sat waiting for a communication from someone. You're probably sat and waiting. You don't want to give up because you're still waiting for them to come back, or you're waiting to hear something, or you're waiting to hear. You've probably already clicked off this reading and gone to another reading because you want to be told what you want to hear. Guys, I'm sorry. This is not easy energy. I totally get it. This is really, I can feel it in my heart center. This is like, I feel like someone's crying watching this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You deserve much more, but you have to. It starts with you believing you deserve much more, okay? And that means just cutting what does not serve. You could also be waiting to hear someone coming to see you, because this is fast communication, travel. Maybe in the middle of this reading, you're hearing from all these people, or you're hearing from that job offer, or you're hearing. Take it as it applies, because it's like the problem here is it's like they're going to sense a attachment from your energy probably, and this is going to be a little test for you to see if you take them up on it. Okay, now this is the thing, I feel like the individuals that will be feeling like this towards in the love capacity, the reason that you're waiting is probably on that person to choose between you and a third party. Okay, now there could also be more people involved. So for example, you could be waiting for someone who's going to contact you that's in a third party, but then that person's also in a third party. So there's a heck a lot of energy going on around here, because we pull the Ten of Pentacles, right, with the Four of Cups. This is about an offer that isn't being taken. It's like they're otherwise indisposed. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles, usually this is stability. But with the Four of Cups, it's like someone's extended an offer that wasn't reciprocated, and it's like they're waiting, all right? They've probably, Six of Wands, moved away from you. I feel like crying saying all this. And you're probably waiting for them to come back towards you. They're screaming in my ear again. I'm scared to pass this on. Like, it's not even funny, but I'm laughing mainly at the fact that because they haven't been able to speak to you directly, they are literally screaming in my ear. And I totally get it, because it's not just guides, it's ancestors as well that are worried for you, because they know. It's like you've probably gone through a lot. You've probably really gone through a lot, and this was your second chance. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, you're so close to this. It's like if you can just close out this cycle, the energy is gone. I mean, look, it's as easy as that in reality. And I know it's not easy, because you just want your heart to stop hurting. You want your abundance, you want your fulfillment, but this is not gonna, I don't feel like you're gonna get it from this. And they're saying, why say you don't think? We know they won't get it from that. But okay, is this everyone that's watching this video? Most. Okay, mostly everyone watching this video. How can we distinguish? Well, I mean, look, it's a general reading. I can't, everyone's situation is going to be different. So mostly everyone probably will be needing this message though. And I'm sure I'll probably get feedback if I'm wrong about that. This is, guys, I'm telling you, you must trust, put all that trust back in you. Take that trust, and it's not to say you're not trusting them or you don't have to be mean, you don't have to be nasty, because I think what we're dealing with here is very wounded individuals, that it's not because you physically aren't attractive or you emotionally, whatever the scenario is, or you're second best or anything like that. These are wounded people. They are not going to see this in the kind of perspective that you see it from, because they're coming from a hurt place, all right? What you have to do now is be the bigger person, coming from the healed place, and move on, okay? Because this is taking away your hope. We've got the Star and the World, all right? And you could say, okay, well, what does that, how come this, it could be that they're going to fulfill me because we've got the Star and the World. Lovely, but we've got the Tower as well here. It's almost like as soon as you think that abundance is, guys, I'm so sorry about this message. As soon as you think that abundance is coming in, it's going to get taken, like it's just going to be tested. And it's not because you don't deserve it. It's because they want you to do the work. Eight of Swords, go. Don't look back. Do not look back, okay? This is 2 eights now, okay? That's an infinite energy. So what they're saying is you're stuck in a loop at this moment. You're stuck in that very... You can't quite see. Again, he can't quite see through this fencing here. But he doesn't care. He's moving... Because look, he's got his head on his shoulder. He's just not... He doesn't want to look. But if we move into the Eight of Wands energy, that's that very expansive, abundant energy. Move towards that. Move towards that abundant, It's like, you know, in your head, you probably are going to move away mentally from this, but your heart's going to stay put, because again, we've got the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So your actions are, you're moving away, both physically and probably mentally. But unless we see the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're halfway there. You're going to be halfway there. Don't lose hope though. This hope, the hope that is going to be completed around this cycle, or the end of this cycle with the star in the world, is about the hope being put back into you by moving away. Because of the fact that the Tower is here, the old foundations are being removed because they weren't solid. Someone's got a really blocked throat chakra as well. Maybe you... One second, I'm going to get a drink. Can't talk. Sorry about that. Oh, my ear's going all weird now. You must listen to this advice. They're literally, my ear's actually hurting. If you've got a left ear issue, your guides are trying to get through to you, because you're not listening, you're blocking it to the point where you're like, oh, have I got a cold coming on or something? It's a bit weird. You're not listening. That's why they're trying to give you a heads up. My throat chakra's blocked. Maybe you're sat waiting to communicate what you want to say, right? If that's the case, sit down and talk to them upstairs and go, look, this is what I think, this is what I feel, and cry it out, you know, work through it, but release it. Yeah, look, juggling, Two of Pentacles. This person sat on the wall juggling. And as you can see, there's not really much action going on. There's just a smug grin on the face, okay? There's a secret, all right? Either you already know it, but I feel like you already have an idea, but you just want to get to the bottom of it. You want change, all right? And change will come, but it's like, again, this competition element of who's going to win, who's going to be the one that gets it. Guys, I feel like just keep it, you know? Keep it. Because why... You are no one's second option. I have to tell someone that. You are absolutely no one's second choice or option. Let them mess their own situation up. That is their issue, okay? Sounds cold, but if they're not willing to communicate and work through this and open up and be real and authentic and remove a mask, you have to look after yourself. Very much so, okay? Look out for your highest best interest. I'm hearing there's kids involved here. Someone's got kids that's involved in this kind of situation as well. It could be that maybe they, you know, have got children and they can't leave, but this is karmic. Could be karmic connection, okay? But there's some karma that's being released with this, okay? Now, yes, at some point you will get your justice, but it's not going to be in this situation. The justice will probably come from you doing and looking after your own self-interest and nurturing yourself and putting all this energy back into you, because then you'll be growing something new that is actually abundant, okay? Yeah, look, this is Ten of Cups. So whatever's going on at the moment, this will also, let's say for example you stay in the situation, all right, there is, look, this is first of all, the Ten of Cups upright could be about, you know, being single, topping your own cup up, because it's in the reverse. The reason this is happening is because you're not topping your own cup up, you're expecting everyone else to do it. Step away from this. Is karmic, all right? They're going to learn this lesson too, because they're also doing the same thing. They are definitely going to learn this lesson. What they're going to do is, when you step away, is it's going to implode on itself, okay? This will implode. I can feel it. It's going to implode on itself. The person's probably going to end up rejecting them, and then they'll come back to you. At that point, then you go, I mean, personally, I would be like, heck no. But if you feel like that's in they're saying, don't you dare say that, Jale, because we're screaming at them, don't you dare do it. Top up your own cup, because you can get to this Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, but it starts with you. But this is karmic. This is for you to understand about your own self-love. This is a journey of self-love. This is as easy and as basic and as simplistic as I can put this. And guys, my heart really aches for you at the moment, because like I'm feeling like my neck's all tense, my heart's like someone sat on my chest, my head is killing me, my back's hurting me. It's like I've got no energy. I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I'm in a room, don't know who to talk to or what to do, and I'm just, oh, this is awful, guys. This is awful. Have faith. They're saying you must have faith. Turn this around, guys. You can turn it around. I know you can. Wheel of Fortune. You can turn this around. This is waiting for you. You've got so much more that you can gain from this. You've got other things coming. This is not it. The real security will come once you let this go. Okay? And you guys, abundance manifestation. Okay? Right, first step, heal your wounds. Go and do shadow work, inner child work, but look at your emotional triggers. What are you being emotionally triggered on, and heal it. All right, so if it's an abandonment wound from childhood, heal that. You know, do some inner child work. But you must heal this, because this is waiting. All right, this is waiting. It's this month is going to be a lot of healing work, self-care work. All right, but I mean, yeah, you can put out the manifestation straight away without doing the healing, but you'll probably just attract more of the same energy, because what it's meant to do is meant to serve as a mirror for you to do the work. So that the good stuff is coming. Sorry, I'm just listening to what they're saying. They're saying, don't forget about me, and that's coming from your inner child. Someone's inner child wants you to do some work on yourself, but this is an inner child wound, I feel, for some of you. They're saying it because your inner child's saying, don't forget about me. All right, so maybe you felt there was in your childhood there could have been neglect, and this is triggering that wound in you. And if you to heal that, your inner child, and do some inner child work, see psychotherapists, counselling is probably going to really help you. If not, get some healing done. I do offer healings by way of donation. Okay, anything that you feel like, even a chakra cleanse, because we just need to get rid of. We need to release this energy from the heart and just work through it. Okay. Yeah, look. There is a man or a woman here that's married to someone else, all right, that's also wants to be involved with you. That let them worry about what happens with that, because again, we've got the Queen of Wands here, which is usually the other woman, okay, so take it as it resonates. But with the Hierophant, it's like they're already married, they're already settled, they're already probably got kids on the way, or they've probably got kids, and it's like the promise of tomorrow is keeping you in a situation that in itself is already going to implode, because it's totally not balanced. There's two individuals that probably are not healed at all, that are about to commit to each other, that is going to, when they finally figure that out, is going to absolutely make them feel like they've made the worst decision of their life. But that's their issue, because they're not heeding any of the information. They're not heeding the information. So again, this is a time for clearing karma, okay, and this is probably a karmic partnership, all right. But for this energy here, don't get involved, because it's almost like, I feel like the energy that you want to be involved with wants to have their cake and eat it at the moment, because they don't know what they want. And the reason they don't know what they want is because they're wounded, and because they're wounded, they haven't worked through anything, so they can't actually give anyone anything of any substance, because they're wounded. And that doesn't mean to say you go in guns blazing and rip shreds out of them, because we're above that. Let's be real, we're above that. We can see it and we go, I wish you the best of luck, done. Okay, you can sit and say, oh look, I really have my heart set on this, and blah blah blah, if you really feel like you need to. But personally, dignified silence. Put it this way, the words are not gonna get into the head. They're not. If they can't even see that they're wounded, all right, and their guides are probably also screaming in my ear, going, you know, this is the situation. Do you think they're going to listen to you? Because the thing is, the pain is blocking their they're not seeing or hearing anything. They're just shooting their shot to the nearest and easiest option with this commitment, because this is probably someone who doesn't have a clue either, but you do, because you're watching this reading, or you've got that gut instinct, or you've had that insight. Can I move on yet, please? Because I feel a bit upset saying all this. Keep going. But you can turn it around. You can turn this around. This is 1000% achievable. Seven of Wands. You are fighting for the right thing. You're fighting for your freedom. Okay? You could sit there now and say, well, I'm fighting for my right thing. I want to stay in this position. Okay. It's up to you. That's the beauty of these readings. It's your free will, you know. It's entirely up to you. You know, you've got to listen to your heart, and if you feel like that is the case, then we've got the Lovers, which is choices, okay, and we've also got the High Priestess, secrets, Eight of Wands, communication, travel, secrets, choice between you and someone else, and not much truth being told. If you went and sort of, maybe let's say this person hasn't acknowledged as a third party, let's say, right? And you were like, I know what you've done. They're not going to admit it. From these cards, they're not going. They're just going to probably. Again, that's your choice. Maybe you're going to defend your stance by saying, I know, I watched this reading, and this is. I've got a gut instinct. I've pulled some tarot cards, and I know. Great. But again, they're probably not going to care like that. Well, the reason they don't care is because they don't want to do the work. They want to take the shortcut. Let them take the shortcut. You know, when you've healed all your issue and moved forward and met someone and created a really solid foundation and are happy, and then you look back and think, wow, look at that energy. What an absolute joke. Thank goodness I'm not in it. You know, it'll be from where I'm looking at it, it's going to be the best option, but it's entirely your choice how you want to do this, because it's your life, you know. This is the beauty of these readings. All right. There's also potentially a pregnancy as to why they're not leaving, because I'm seeing, or someone that's got kids, because I'm seeing the Queen of Cups here with the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So this could be a family unit, and they've maybe just found out that this person's pregnant, and they definitely cannot move towards you. All right. Could be a contract, a financial contract with and they've got kids as well. Could be any number of things. But the Emperor in reverse is someone that's usually a little bit off balance, maybe a little bit manipulative. A few control issues. Take it as it resonates. Doesn't have to be an Arian. Can be just someone that will just tell you what you want to hear. That sounds horrible, but we'll just tell you what they think you want to hear rather than the truth. And that's, again, it's, you know, if we react and go, well, how dare you, you know, how dare you do this, and my throat chakra, wow. Right, drink again, one sec. And if you sit there and say, you know, how dare you, and all this other stuff, the difference here is they don't get it because they're not seeing it. And it doesn't matter how long you take to kind of explain, you know, the A, the B's and the C's. They haven't done the work because they don't want to see what work there is to be done, because they want to take the easy option. So they're not going to get it. All right. I feel like I'm going to keep pulling cards where the guys are trying to capitalise on even more examples here, because I feel like there's a lot of stubborn people watching this. My heart chakra is absolute, guys. If this is you, I'm so sorry. Like, this actually hurts me. I can't even breathe properly. I'm actually struggling to breathe right now. You will find your happiness. I know you will. I know you will. And they're saying yes if they do the work. Okay. see what else. Do these want to come out or no? They want me to pull oracle cards. Okay, let's see what oracle cards we're going with. Let's go with the Earth Magic deck. Stephen D. Farmer. Outcomes, please. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For the month of November 2019, what is the outcome, please, Spirit? What is the outcome? What is the outcome, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. November 2019. What is the outcome, please, Spirit? Thank you so much. What messages, outcomes, insight, guidance, outcomes? Thank you. Some of you guys could be getting a message immediately after you watch this video. I keep seeing like, yeah, inner child work, okay? Either you or them or both of you need to do, and it's like you've probably got a very pure-hearted energy to you and them, but it's just needing that work. This also could be to do with the fact that they're choosing their children and they can't choose you. And don't forget to maintain that innocent energy that you've got, all right? And just keep that heart open. Do not, whatever you do, close up, because it's going to just restrict. Do you want to go with this one or the... Okay, let's go with this one quickly. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, month of November 2019, please. Outcomes. Outcomes. Now again, that card could also be that, you know, you meet someone else and they give you that kind of, that's also very tender-hearted, and therefore, you know, maybe you're pregnant as well. Maybe you're just going to focus on your kids, or maybe you've got children. What is the outcome, please, for November? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, there's quite a few cards there. Wow. It's like you're between worlds. You're sort of towards the end of the month. You've got one foot in, one foot out. It's like you want to stay, but you know it's not a good idea. But they're saying focus on the here and the now. Try and stay in the present moment. Try not to focus too much in the future. Just do the work. Do the inner child work. Do the cleansing. Go to the sea. All right. This is cleansing, emotional cleansing. All right, because it will really help you. It will attract in the right energy. Oh, come on, guys. This is. You can barely see it. Maybe you're struggling to find the time to do it, but this is it. They're urging healing to go ahead and to work on those kind of childhood type of wounds that may be prevalent, which is why this is happening, really. Or oh goodness, what's going on here? Yeah, so they're just asking you to sort of focus on that, really. Right, so this one's right. I don't know why this deck's all. I don't know why this deck's all topsy-turvy. Maybe you feel like that. Because these cards were cleansed. So they haven't been used since they were cleansed. Right. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of November 2019. Outcomes, please. Outcomes. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of November, please. 2019. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Outcomes. Outcomes. Outcome, please, for Sagittarius. Oh, whoa. You're moving away from the dragon's lair. Let me put this up right. You're moving out of that. It came in the reverse. You're gonna step out of it. Well done. If that is you, congratulations. I know that's not great, kind of, you know, like, yay, I'm free, but because your heart, obviously, probably you're going through the mill a little bit with the emotions you're feeling. But let's pull another card. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs here for the month of November 2019. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs here for the month of November 2019. What is the outcome? There could be a soul contract with you guys that is karmic, that is also going to be completed. Okay, but while you're in it, maybe you're still, it's like there potentially was, you know, at one point there probably was, you know, spirit that wanted you guys to kind of come together, but it's not, you're not honouring the contract. It's at the expense of yourself. Now they're saying, you know, cut it out, cut the contract. You, just because there's a contract there doesn't mean to say you have to kind of, you know, sacrifice yourself. And this is the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so that's the throat chakra. All right, so you could be having a very blocked throat chakra at the moment. Again, communication. It's like maybe you just want to speak your truth and then cut it out. Maybe you're going to hear from them anyway, but you're still going to cut the contract because you know there's nothing coming of it. It's like you're going to know. You're just going to know as soon as you hear from that person. It's like, nah, I can't do this, you know. Yeah. And outcome here, Angel of Balance. Just make sure you're recalibrated, because when you're recalibrated and in balance, you're going to be drawing a people to you that are also of that vibration, which is this little Angel of Balance here that's going through healing. All right, and she's got that lantern now. She can see in the dark, but she knows which way she's going, and she knows that her abundance is waiting for her. All right, so guys, this has been your November 2019 collective reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I'm hoping that's helped you. Thank you so much for all your likes and subscriptions. It's massively appreciated. I do post videos Monday to Friday. Tomorrow's is going to be Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of November 2019. If you do want to get in contact with me, all the details are in the description box. Again, if you want healing, information is in the description box there. And have a wonderful November. I'm sending you much love. So I really hope that your healing does go ahead and that everything goes to plan from your end. Take care, guys. Bye bye.